How can I turn a Slack mention into an actionable task? Hi, this is Eliot from Workload. In this video, we'll be building a workflow starting with a new mention in Slack. Then we'll be interpreting the response using the AI wizard by Workload before finally creating a new task in Todoist. All right, let's build a workflow. So we're going to start here at the workload editor. We're going to give our workflow a title. This is going to be Slack mention to AI wizard to Todoist. And we're going to select our trigger by clicking in the trigger box. And our triggering app is going to be Slack. And the event is going to be new mention. We want to make sure we're connected to our Slack account. If you have any issues connecting to the apps we use in this workflow, check out the blog in the description of the video. The keyword that we want to set up for this trigger is @Todoist. So anytime someone types @Todoist at the beginning of their Slack channel message, this workflow will initiate. So let's see if we have any messages with that mention to build our workflow. And we do. So we have @Todoist and then a task here called mailers, and it has the steps that we need to do to complete that task, and it's due tomorrow. We need to use the AI wizard by Workload to interpret this response. So we can divide this into a title, description, and due date. So I'm going to click continue. For our step 2, we're going to click on our tools icon, select the AI wizard by Workload, prompt your data. The input data is going to come from our trigger. And I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. I'm going to click where it says text here outside of the array. So it's going to be easier for our AI wizard to interpret. I'm going to paste in a prompt. This is a Slack message. @Todoist is the category of message. Can you break the rest of the message into a task title, description, and due date? Question mark. Exclude @Todoist. So we'll test this action. And now it broke that response into a due date of tomorrow, a task title of mailers, and then the task description are those steps. And the way Todoist works, you can put in a due date like tomorrow, and it interprets it and turns it into a date. So I can click continue. I'm going to add a step. This is going to be in Todoist. Our event is going to be to create a new task. Make sure we're connected to Todoist. The title is going to come from that step 2, which is mailers. The description is coming from step 2, task description. The project ID is the folder within Todoist that we want this to pop up. So we'll put this in our work folder. The deadline is coming from that step 2. It's going to be the due date. We don't have a priority, but I think Todoist needs one in order for it to create the task. So we'll go ahead and put 1. So all of these Slack mentions that we're turning into tasks are going to show up with a priority of 1, which is low. We'll test this action. And we have a success. So we can click continue here. We can peek over at Todoist. And you can see mailers was added with the steps as the description and the due date of tomorrow. So it looks like our workflow set up correctly. I can come back over to the workload editor. I can see there's a green dot in the upper corner of each of my nodes. And then I can activate my workflow. And now every time there's a new mention of @Todoist, the AI wizard will interpret that message and find the title, description, and due date, and then use that to create a new task in Todoist. That's how you can use the AI wizard by Workload to interpret new mentions in Slack and then automatically create new tasks in Todoist. Please join the Workload community by commenting on this post with any questions you might have or suggestions for future videos. You should also like this video and click here to subscribe to our channel, or click here to get more content from Workload about how to make your business practices more smoothly. And I'll see you next time.